welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to start doing some fun stuff with the car. By fun stuff, I mean actually driving the car finally. If you saw my video 2 videos ago, back then I kind of ended the video with what I had planned on doing for the next part of the actual car driving video portion of it. So right now I'm going to actually turn on the car. I have very little, looks like I already got the gas light for the low fuel, which is still 91. So again, I want to get that as close to empty as I can, and then go ahead and put in 5 gallons of E85. And then I go out again and buy, because I have more jugs to fill up with E85 to fully, because I don't want to drive the car just yet. So I want to turn on the car and do some logs just at idle through the revs and see, you know, how the car is behaving and whatnot. So for the first time in a while, let's go ahead and turn on the car. Alright, so I'm inside the car. So I am just right below the 1/4 line on the fuel gauge. Actually, after a few minutes of just letting the car sit while on idle, the fuel gauge finally got adjusted. So it's actually right above the red line on the fuel gauge. So that's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead, and the engine is starting a little bit warmed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it some baby revs and see what it sounds like from inside the car. Now, of course, we gotta go on the outside of the car and hear it too. Alright, here it is, E85. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the fuel tank now. Before I can go ahead and start logging the car, I'm going to turn on the car and just let the E85 until it gets all the way to the injectors. And again, I don't know how long it's going to take, probably be like a few seconds, but I'll probably give it like about 2 minutes, let it run on idle. And while that's happening, I'm actually going to be hearing for the car if I hear any difference in the engine or in the revving or the sound of the engine. I think I already said that. Just because, again, I don't know how this E85 is going to sound, if the car's going to sound slightly different, not so different. All right, so the E85 is now in the tank. That's 5 gallons of it. So let's see where I am on the fuel gauge. So I am about half a tank, just a little less than half a tank. So that should be good enough just for this purpose of the, the logging purpose. So all right, let's go ahead and turn it on. Here we go, E85 startup. So I'm going to listen to the engine real carefully these first couple of seconds just to see if I hear anything different from the last of the 91 to the E85 once it reaches to the injectors. So I didn't really notice a difference in sound or anything like that. It's just my personal opinion. Maybe there was a slight change, but it was just so small that I didn't really notice it. So right now the RPMs are still the same. I don't see those changed at all. Nothing, again, no check engine light, which is good. So yeah, so go ahead. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the first log with E85. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it idle for a little bit. So I got that idle done. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through the rev and go through, the 1,000, 2,000, like the 1,500, then 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, all the way up to 4,500 RPM, and see what the car does. right, so I got that log done. I'm gonna close the session real quick. So that's gonna go ahead and save. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the car. And now I'm gonna go ahead and send this log off to Tony at Jackal Motorsports and see what he says. I got a new tune. I'm gonna go ahead and flash the car now. Alright, so the tune is flashed. I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing. So again, this is the new E85 tune. Now I'm gonna go ahead and log the car, do the exact same thing. I'm gonna go do through the RPM range in 500 increments. And then I'm gonna do some little hard revs also after that. So here we go again. Alright, I'm gonna send those logs and see what happens next. Alright, here at the gas station, E85 is 209, not bad. Alright, just topped off with some E85 on the 2 jugs that I have. So 12 gallons, 12 and a half gallons, $26. Not bad. Alright, so I got the go-ahead to start driving the car. While doing that, I'm going to go ahead and log the car while driving, just normal driving, and then I'll do 1/3 gear pull. Try not to make it go past the 5,000K, but if it goes a little bit past, it's totally fine. So I'm going ahead, and if you can hear, the car's already on, so pretty excited to finally get to drive it here in Colorado for the first time in a while. Here's the car, did its first drive. I think it did pretty well, very excited. Just a little heads up, if you notice, this did not happen on the drive actually. That happened on the drive here when I was on the trailer. The trailer kind of snipped the front lip. So eventually that will have to be replaced, but at a later time. Just got back from the drive and I had an amazing time. The car feels so smooth, and I am super excited. So I will say one downside, again, this has nothing to do with the Jackal tune at all. 0%, has everything to do 100% with the elevation. So unfortunately, Colorado, as I've mentioned before, it is at 5,200-ish feet, and where I was in Texas is 2,700 feet. So there's a huge difference in boost. So down in Texas, I was getting like 12, 13 pounds PSI from what I can remember. And here, I think with this still using the same pulley, I think I was about 7 was the highest that I can remember seeing. So unfortunately, it's not the boost it was before, but overall, with given the conditions where I am now, I'm very satisfied. I'm so happy with the tune, how the car drives, how the car performs. It is like butter, like it is so smooth. So I do have another tune on the way, because I did send those logs off to Tony, And then from there, I'm just kind of waiting to see when he gets back at me, and then I'll go ahead and flash the car again and go out for another drive. The only difference is because where I am geographically, I think that's how you pronounce the word. So when I was in Texas, getting to Mexico was so much faster because, you know, it's just, you know, right there. But since being in Colorado, driving to Mexico does take a little while, so trying to find open roads in Mexico is not as easy as it was when I was in Texas. So again, but overall, like, it's definitely worth the drive, I would say. I am really excited with how the direction this car is going. I'm very happy to finally start driving it, because I'm sure if you've seen my last videos, it's always been me always working on the car garage, the car on jack stands, but it's finally nice to be driving the car and actually doing some footage with the car driving. So and again, if you're still watching this, hopefully you guys like that little montage I did. Again, I am no video editor at the finest. I'm very, very mediocre. I'm still learning, so don't go easy on me. I'm sure the editing on that wasn't the best. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the best. I'm sure it can be better. Again, I'm using a GoPro right now, so I know with GoPro video it's like a hit or miss, especially with the lighting. But I'm getting off topic here, so again, I'll expect to do definitely more videos like this video right here. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks.